Welcome to Advanced Dual Health and Life Coach Certification. Today we're going to jump into the foundations of health and life coaching, specifically core values and ethical coaching principles. Let's start with an introduction. Here's an introduction to core values in coaching. Core values are the guiding principles that shape how coaches interact with clients, approach challenges, and conduct their work. These values ensure that coaching is effective, client-centered, and ethically sound. Aligning actions with core values builds trust, fosters growth, and upholds integrity of the coaching practice. Here are some key points. Why do core values matter? They are the foundation for decision making. Core values guide ethical choices during complex coaching scenarios. For example, maintaining confidentiality shows respect for clients' privacy and autonomy. It also builds trust. Adhering to values like honesty and respect fosters a trusting relationship with clients. It sets standards for excellence, encourages high levels of professionalism and effectiveness, and promotes accountability, helps coaches reflect on whether their practices align with their stated principles. For example, our work reflects who we are. Integrity must guide every coaching conversation. Exploring foundational values for ethical practices. Number 1, integrity. What it means. Acting honestly, transparently, and aligning actions with moral principles. For example, clearly communicating scope and limitations of coaching services to avoid misrepresentation. How to practice integrity. Avoid overpromising results and acknowledge and apologize for mistakes when they occur. Here's a quote. Integrity isn't about just doing something right when someone's watching. It's about doing what's right always. Confidentiality and respect. Number 2. What it means. Respecting clients' dignity and privacy by safeguarding their information. For example, a coach ensures all session notes are securely stored and shared only with explicit client consent. The practices establish confidentiality agreements during intake sessions and respect clients' cultural and personal preferences. Here's a quote. What you say here stays here. Your trust is our foundation. Number 3, competence. What it means. Continuously improving skills to deliver effective coaching. For example, a coach attends yearly certifications to stay updated on industry standards. How to ensure competence. Commit to lifelong learning and seek supervision or mentorship to gain perspectives on challenging cases. Here's an example quote. Mastery begins with the humility to keep learning. Number 4, accountability. What it means. Taking responsibility for one's actions and outcomes. For example, a coach apologizes for scheduling errors and ensures alternative arrangements. How it looks in practice, setting measurable coaching goals, and provide progress updates to clients. Here's an example quote. Accountability starts with owning the small moments. Number 5, cultural sensitivity and inclusion. What it means. Respecting individual differences and maintaining non-judgmental practices. For example, adapting language to align with the client's cultural norms. How to practice this? Gain awareness of cultural nuances through training and avoid assumptions or stereotypes in conversations. An example quote, true understanding happens when we meet people where they are. Aligning coaching methods for integrity. Steps to ensure coaching practices align with values. Number 1, define core values in the coaching agreement. Outline foundational principles like respect and accountability in initial sessions. Number 2, transparent communication. Clearly state client expectations, methods, and potential outcomes. Number 3, ongoing reflection. Regularly evaluate whether coaching aligns with stated values. Number 4, feedback integration. Invite client feedback to improve alignment with ethical practices. Here's a quote. Coaching isn't about perfection. It's about consistent alignment with what we stand for. Techniques to teach and apply ethical principles. Technique number 1, values card sort. Here's the purpose. It identifies the client's personal values and priorities. How it works. Clients rank values like honesty, growth, and freedom. Explore how their current decisions align with their values. For example, a client prioritizing family works to balance work obligations to honor this value. Techniques to teach and apply ethical principles. Technique number 2, ethical decision matrix. Here's the purpose. It provides a framework for resolving complex ethical dilemmas. How it works. Outline options and their ethical implications. Evaluate each option against core coaching principles like integrity and confidentiality. Techniques to teach and apply ethical principles. Technique number 3, reflective journaling. The purpose, it encourages clients to examine how their actions reflect values. And how it works, ask clients to write about decisions through the lens of respect and accountability. Technique number 4, role-playing scenarios. The purpose, practice applying ethical principles in simulated interactions. Here's an example. A coach practices declining a request for unethical advice professionally and confidently. And technique number 5, the respect framework. This stands for recognize cultural differences, establish rapport, show empathy, protect confidentiality, empower the client, communicate transparently, and tackle roadblocks collaboratively. Here's a quote a coach might say: growth thrives as the intersection of respect and action. Here are some challenges in ethical coaching. Number 1, navigating conflicts of interest. The solution, disclose relationships or bias transparently, refer clients elsewhere when needed. Number 2, client demands outside scope. The solution, reiterate the role of a coach versus therapeutic practices. And number 3, handling confidentiality breaches. The solution, establish clear boundaries and act swiftly to rectify breaches. Here are some summary tables to review what you learned. Table number 1, core values of ethical coaching. On this table, you'll see the core value, the definition, the example, and advanced insights. Let's walk through a few. Here's the first one, core values integrity. The definition, acting honestly with transparency and aligning actions with moral principles. The example, clearly describing the limitations of coaching services to prevent misunderstandings. And the advanced insights, integrity strengthens consistency over time, allowing clients to trust a coach's word and process. Here's one other one, cultural sensitivity. The definition, valuing and respecting cultural differences without imposing assumptions. The example, changing communication styles to align with the diverse client's norms. And advanced insights, incorporate cultural competence assessments regularly to avoid unconscious biases. Please take a few moments to review the rest of the table. Table number 2, technique summary. Here you will see the technique, the purpose, how it works, and the advanced insights. Let's walk through one. How about time auditing? The purpose, it helps clients identify inefficiencies and direct focus. How it works, break down a week into time categories, analyze unproductive areas or overscheduling. Advanced insights, incorporate digital tools like scheduling apps to make time tracking seamless and habit building easier. Please take a few moments to walk through the rest of the slides. Table number 3, ethical challenges and solutions. Here you will see the challenge, the impact, the solution, and the advanced guidance. Let's walk through an example. The challenge, handling resistance. The impact, clients may push back on implementing strategies. The solution, collaborate on micro goals. Show examples of small, actionable steps. And the advanced guidance, use motivational interviewing techniques to uncover resistance sources and strategize client buy-in. Please take a few moments to review the rest of this table on ethical challenges and solutions. Table number 4, the respect framework. Here we will review the principle, the application, example, and advanced guidance. Let's walk through 2 examples. R, recognize. Application, be aware of cultural and personal and societal differences. Example, adjust tone, language, and nonverbal communication for multilingual clients. Advanced guidance, actively learn from international or marginalized community coaching professionals to enhance personal growth. Let's jump down to T, tackle. The application, face roadblocks collaboratively with client, avoiding blame. The example, brainstorm solutions to time management issues affecting family priorities. Advanced guidance, use collaborative app tools for team feedback and joint client coaching planning. Take a few moments to review the rest of the respect framework. Table number 5, example quotes for ethical guidance. Here's the quote, here's the context, and here's the advanced insight. Integrity must guide every choice we make. The context, highlighting the importance of honesty in every coaching interaction. In the advanced insights, integrity keeps long-term professional and client relationships intact. Let's go over another one. Small steps forward are still progress. The context, keeping clients motivated as they work on long-term goals. In the advanced insights, establish milestone celebrations integrated with small steps for motivational reinforcement. Take a few moments to review the rest of the table on example quotes for ethical guidance. Here are some multiple choice questions to practice what you've learned. Question 1. Which core value emphasizes protecting client privacy and trust? A, integrity, B, accountability, C, confidentiality, or D, competence? The correct answer is C. What is the first crucial step in resolving ethical dilemmas in coaching? A, apologize to the client, B, using the ethical decision matrix, C, clarifying core values, or D, seeking supervision? The correct answer is C. Question 3. Which action demonstrates cultural sensitivity in a coaching session? A, adhering strictly to standardized coaching approaches, B, tailoring practices to align with the client's cultural background, C, avoiding discussion of cultural differences, or D, relying solely on personal assumptions about clients' needs? The correct answer is B. Question 4. When should a coach prioritize seeking feedback from a client? A, only at the end of coaching agreement, B, regularly throughout the coaching relationship, C, after the coach identifies a conflict or mistake, or D, feedback is optional and based on the coach's discretion? The correct answer is B. Question 5. What is the primary purpose of ethical decision matrix? A, scheduling coaching sessions transparently, B, resolving ethical dilemmas systematically, C, tracking client progress on accountability goals, or D, evaluating a coach's overall performance? The correct answer is B.